Hey Sandra, are you there? I just want to let you know that I told my mom the dates that we figured out for our wedding. And I showed her some of the pictures that we took when we went out to check out the venue.
Oh, okay, good to know. What did your mom think? Did she have anything to say?
Oh, you know how she is always. She just said that's nice and continued about her business.
I see. So basically we got nothing from that. Are you sure your mom approves of us getting married?
Sure she does. I mean, I know that if you think about it, I am pretty sure my mom is okay with this. Or at the very least, even if she isn't thrilled about it, I don't think that she's against it or anything, especially since before she was always bugging me about when I'd get married. So I don't actually think she'd complain to me now that I actually am.
Guess so, but I certainly get the impression that I'm not the kind of person she imagined marrying you.
I know that you think that, but what is it that you think my mom doesn't like about you?
I think it's because my family came from the country, and I guess your mom might think that I'm a hick or something like that.
I mean, you could be right about that, but I don't see anything wrong with that, and I actually really like your family. Both of your parents have been so nice and welcoming to me, and I'm really grateful for it. The only one to be complaining about any of this at all is my mom.
Oh, well, I really am glad that you like my parents that much. I know that both my parents are big fans of you as well. And I think that my family has plenty to offer and can't just be written off for where they come from. But I just wish that there was a good way to make your mom see all of this.
Well, I can try talking to her and really explaining just how good your family really is. But just know that no matter what she says, I'm still marrying you.
And that makes me really happy to have you say that, but I still wish that your mom wouldn't act like this. I mean, I'm about to marry her son, and it feels like she doesn't want me to.
I understand where you're coming from, but I think we need to give my mom time to get to know you better. Then she'll see how good you are for me and what a good couple we are. I know that she'll come around, so just be patient and focus on the wedding for now. You know, I still feel so lucky to have you in my life, Sandra. I mean, I really can't think of anyone else who I'd like to spend my life with. Not only that, but you really are just so beautiful. I could just spend all day staring into your big, gorgeous eyes.
What is all this about? Do you really like looking at me that much, Anthony?
Of course I do. I love you, and I really like your family as well. I've enjoyed the times that we've spent to visit with your parents. They are always eating the freshest foods straight from their garden and even send us home with some stuff. I mean, what could there even be to dislike about that? Especially when the quality of the food that they're giving us is the kind that we'd have to shell out extra for in a normal grocery store.
I have to say that I was pretty surprised by just how much you seemed to like being out there. But only in a good way. I was just happy that you weren't judging my family at all. After all, your mom isn't the only person to look down on me for where my family is from.
Well, I don't think that way in the slightest, but it is true that I don't have a single relative that lives the way that your parents do. So maybe that's why ever since I was little, I've dreamed about living on a big farm or ranch, just to be able to escape the hustle and bustle and noise of the city. When you come home, sound is so nice. But my mom is just the opposite. I think that back in her day, kids from the farm were bullied and looked down on more than our generation.
Well, you know that it's not all beautiful sunsets and fresh produce, right? I mean, out there's also lots of bugs and pests, and there's hardly anything to do in town, too.
I know, but it's not like you're bringing any of those negatives from the countryside with you when you visit my mom. But also, your brother is taking over the family farm anyways, right? Not only that, but your parents also said that when they retired, they were going to settle into a retirement home. Isn't that right?
That's what they said. They have a decent amount saved up over the years and said they didn't want to be a burden on us kids.
And I've tried explaining all that to my mom as well, but no matter how many times I try to tell her, she just doesn't seem to get it.
Well, I don't think that your mom's dislike for the country comes from any real logic or good reason. I think maybe she was just raised a different way and hasn't gotten over her biases.
I guess, but I think that we should let her get away with that just because she's older. But also at this point, I just hope that she won't make any trouble for us in the future. Especially considering that my mom is basically only going to have her pension to live off. So when she finally settles down, I think that the duty of taking care of her is going to fall on me. I mean, of course I have my sister as well, but as the eldest child, I think it'll mostly be my job.
Yeah, I guess that does make sense. But that would mean that I would also be taking care of her, right?
I mean, I certainly wouldn't hope that you would leave me to do it all by myself, but yes, I think that's the situation.
Of course not. I'd love to help out in any way that I can. I just hope that your mom and I can become closer before that happens.
Well, thanks again so much for talking to me about this. I'll think of what I can try to say to Mom, but I just don't know what to do these days.
I understand, but the most important thing for me right now is trying to become closer to her. I mean, I know that we'll all have a long time to do so since you and I are getting married, but still.
I know what you mean, and I really am sorry that this is even an issue in the first place, but I just hope that Mom actually liked the venue I showed her. I told her about how the catering company we were looking at had some of her favorite dishes, but she just gave me the same stoic response.
Yeah, that woman really is inscrutable, but hopefully with time we can see more eye to eye.
Hey there, Sandra. I just wanted to let you know that I tried talking to my mom.
Oh no, it doesn't sound like you're about to tell me very good news.
Well, it's actually about the day of the wedding. My mom wants me to go and pick up my grandparents and bring them here.
Wait, what? I thought you said that your sister was going to be doing that, right?
Yeah, I mean, she was supposed to, but I guess that her car broke down the other day, and it won't be repaired in time before the wedding.
Oh no, that really sucks. Tell her that I'm sorry that that happened, but I still don't get why you would have to go. I mean, it's literally your wedding day, and it's probably best if we just stick close to the venue, don't you think? Besides, will you even have the time to be able to go and get them?
Well, my mom was saying that the groom really doesn't have all that much of a role in the wedding until the very end, so I guess she really wants me to go and get my grandparents.
I can understand that, but it doesn't mean that there aren't things that you need to do to get ready for when I walk down the aisle. And what happens if you get caught in traffic while you're out? What would we do then?
I've been thinking about that as well, but my mom really insistent about this. She really said that she wanted me to spend more time with my grandparents and that I should be trying to make good final memories with them.
I mean, it's not that I don't respect the sentiment or anything, but shouldn't there be other memories that you try and make on the day of your wedding?
Sandra, you and I are absolutely on the same side with all of this, but I just couldn't turn down my mom. She just kept asking me over and over again.
I see. Well, I guess it sounds like you're going to pick up your grandparents then.
I really did try and tell my mom that it wouldn't work. I told her that I'd be too busy to do that, and then my mom told me that I was being ungrateful for all the good things that my grandparents did for me. She kept getting more angry and upset with me, and she kept making me feel bad about not doing it, that eventually I just folded.
Oh wow, I'm really sorry to hear that, Anthony. I hope she wasn't too upset with you.
I mean, it had been a while since I saw her get worked up like that, I think. But man, it was more annoying than anything. It's that she refuses to accept that I'm an adult with my own life and responsibilities now. But I didn't want to tell her now and have her in a sour mood on the day of our wedding either. So anyways, I'm just sorry about all of this.
You don't have anything to apologize for. I mean, none of this is your fault anyways. And besides, you're right about it being a good idea to try and make sure your mom is happy the day of our wedding.
I just want the wedding to go smoothly and as little drama as possible. It's too important a day to let these petty gripes ruin it. But I just don't get it. I mean, I'm still living at home with her. So why are we going to the wedding separately in the first place? It just doesn't make any sense to me.
Well, I'm sure that your mom has her reasons, and it's not like you don't have 2 cars, so I guess it doesn't not make sense. But just please try and be quick about getting your grandparents and coming back, okay?
Of course, I would really hate for anything to delay you and I getting married. I promise that I'll do my best to not be late, okay?
And tell your parents that I'm sorry for all the rushing that they'll probably be doing on that day as well.
Well, I think that it's my mom who owes them an apology for deciding all of this, but I'm sure that it'll be fine.
I'm just glad that you guys have 2 cars to be dealing with all of this. I guess that means that you'll take the big car and I'll take the smaller one with your mom?
Sounds good, but I really am sorry for all this. I'm pretty upset at my mom for putting this in my lap at the last second. Our wedding should be a day where we only think of each other.
I know, but I'm sure that your mom has her reasons for this as well. And at the end of the day, it sounds like she's trying to bring the family closer together, so I can't fault that.
You really are too kind. Do you know that, Sandra? You don't deserve to have your wedding day messed up like this either. But man, my mom can get a bit scary when she gets angry about stuff like this.
It's okay. I think I've gotten used to the idea of her acting like this for now. Hello there, Anthony. I don't know if you've heard, but your wedding is canceled.
Mom, what are you talking about? What do you mean my wedding is canceled?
I know that Sandra isn't going to be showing up to the wedding. You see, she was in a car accident and now she can't even move. So I'm afraid that you two will just have to cancel your wedding, but how about we go out for a family lunch instead?
Hold on a second. Just what do you think you're doing, messaging me on a day like this? Who do you think you are?
Who do you think I am? I think that I'm your mother, so how about that?
Oh, really? Because I don't think of you as a mother at all. So how about that?
What in the world are you talking about, Anthony? What has gotten into you?
I mean, that I know that you messed with the car that Sandra was going to take. And anyone who would do that to my wife is no family member of mine.
I have no idea what you're talking about at all.
Oh, come on. I know that you sabotaged the car that Sandra took. She even told me that. You said you'd just take a taxi to the venue at the last second. And now you pretend like nothing has happened? You just want to go out for a family lunch? Are you that opposed to me getting married?
Anthony, I'm sorry, but I really have no idea what's gotten into you or why you're so upset right now.
Oh, just give it a rest, Mom. I know that it was you that did it. Just be honest with me.
I am being honest with you, and I am telling you that I have no idea what you're talking about. Why should I be against you marrying Sandra? Oh, wait, that's right. It's because I know what's best for you, and I can tell you that it certainly isn't her.
Aha. So you do admit that you really are against us getting married, but you really don't know what you're talking about, because I'm the one that doesn't deserve Sandra. And the only person in our whole family who has a problem with her is you. But even so, I didn't think that you'd go so far as to try to sabotage a car that Sandra would drive on the street. You caused this accident.
Okay, this is just getting ridiculous. How can you accuse me of causing the accident? I wasn't the one behind the wheel. Do you have any proof of what you're saying? Hello there. I bet you weren't expecting to hear from me, Sandra. And yes, if you must know, I have plenty of evidence. I even have someone that you confessed thinking of this plan to. Wait, Sandra? How can this be? What's going on? You made it to the wedding? I had to call a taxi, but yes, I made it to my own wedding despite your best attempts to stop me. As for you, well, I think you can probably already imagine the kind of car trouble I was having before it stopped moving. But you do realize that you've committed a crime, right? Neither of you know what you're talking about at all. It wasn't like that. I didn't do anything. Look, I get that you really, really don't like me, but you didn't have to take things this far. Shut up! You don't get to tell me what to do! You think that a country hick like you can just waltz into my family? And just what about where I come from upsets you so much? How does my coming from the country even affect you? It affects me because I know that you joining my family means that your lousy hick parents are going to try and steal everything. You are literally the only person saying any of these things about my parents. I mean, even Anthony's grandparents say that they really like me and don't care at all about my background. Well, I don't care. I don't want a lousy daughter-in-law like you, got it? Besides, I know for a fact that my daughter hates you. No, you're not right about that either. Anthony's sister is actually completely supportive. Well, that can't be right. She talks bad about you all the time. She says that she can't stand the idea of you becoming her sister-in-law. Oh, she may have thought that, but that was only because you were giving her faulty information. But Anthony and I have made sure to clear up any misunderstandings you might have been causing. It was your sister, wasn't it? She was the one who told you about what I did to the car, didn't she?
That's right. Actually, she arrived about the same time that Sandra did to the wedding venue. She showed her some of the texts that you've been sending, talking about all your plans.
I don't believe it. Betrayed by my own child. I really thought that I could trust her with that.
Come on, did you really think that anyone would be okay with a plan like this? If you actually thought that anyone would back up this horrible behavior that you've been exhibiting, then that's on you. In fact, you complain so much about Sandra, but the fact is, you've never given her a fair chance.
No, you don't know what you're talking about. Can't you see that she's just fooling you? She doesn't have your best interests at heart. You don't know anything at all. I am your mother, and I know best.
No, Mom. You're the one who's completely clueless about everything, and you certainly don't know what you're talking about when it comes to Sandra. All you do is focus on the fact that her family lives out in the country. But if anyone should be embarrassed about their families, then I'm the one that should be embarrassed to be related to you.
Anthony, how could you say that to your own mother? What is the matter with you?
I'm only telling you how I really feel. I mean, what if Sandra had seriously been injured? Thankfully, there wasn't any real accident. Sandra realized her car wasn't performing well, put on her hazards, and pulled over right away. But if she hadn't thought on her feet so quickly, she could have ended up hurt or dead. Is that what you wanted to happen to the woman I want to marry?
Of course not. That's not what I wanted to happen at all. I didn't know what might happen.
But that's just another lie. I've already seen the text, and you said that you don't care at all what happens to Sandra. You're nothing but a liar and a criminal, Mom.
But Sandra's safe, isn't she? I don't see what the big deal is if nothing actually happened to her.
If you think that you're going to get away with that just because Sandra wasn't hurt, you're dead wrong. I am never ever going to forgive you for this. Do you understand?
Please, son, I really don't think there's any need to be so upset with me. I mean, you just got married. A newlywed husband shouldn't have anything to be mad about. Oh, can't we just forgive each other in the spirit of the day?
Oh, I don't think you need to worry about our wedding day anymore. After all, you won't be participating. Even though you would have been here as my mother-in-law.
Mother-in-law? Wait a second, is this Sandra?
That's right. Now about that little trap you tried to set for me. Well, I just have to say, I was shocked when I pieced it all together.
What do you mean? Oh, what's going on? What did you mean about me not participating in the wedding?
We talked to all the guests at the wedding here, and we agreed that it's best if you don't come. Even Anthony's grandparents agreed on that, so we're not going to let you show up, even if you do come. We've even told the staff to turn you away if you try and get in.
What are you talking about? You can't do this to me. You can't just keep me out of my own son's wedding.
Why? You never even wanted this wedding to take place in the first place, so why should we let you participate?
Oh, come on. You can't keep me away from this. This is my own son's wedding. You can't ban me from that.
Do you think that we're going to let you into a wedding where you tried to kill the bride? In fact, you should know that Anthony is never going to talk to you again. He has nothing but shame as far as you're concerned.
But, oh, this isn't fair. I was only trying to protect my family. I did it all for my family. How did it all come to this?
If you really can't understand why your own family wouldn't want anything to do with you after this, then maybe you really are too far gone. Because you need to understand that you tore your own family apart. I've done nothing but try to befriend you, and you literally tried to kill me. So I am really not in the mood to hear any of your victimization coming from you after this. Neither Anthony nor I are ever going to forgive you.
You can't do this to me. You're not just going to leave me like this, right? Oh, please. My family is all that I have left. Who's going to take care of me now? Hello? Are you even reading these messages? Hello? After that, Anthony's mom didn't even bother trying to come to our wedding, and thanks to her absence, we were all able to have a much, much better wedding than had she been there. If only we had thought to ban her from the wedding in the first place. Of course, Anthony was really upset about what his mother had tried to do to me, and I know it hurt him to realize the kind of person she was. A few days later, we got messages from relatives of Anthony all bearing words of encouragement and criticism for his mom. Many said they were going to keep their distance from Anthony's mother or cut her off entirely like we had done. Either way, she was left with very few relatives who were even willing to talk to her. Of course, I don't imagine that she's reflected on why what she did was wrong, but she certainly suffered for what she tried to do to me, and I do my best to not even think about her anymore. Anthony and I have been far too busy enjoying the married life. I thought this whole episode would be a good obstacle to our honeymoon phase, but if anything, the absence of Anthony's mom has only been a positive for us. We've even gotten closer with Anthony's sister, who was so sorry for believing all the lies that her mother had told her about me before discovering the truth. So I guess in the end, the only real loser was my would-be mother-in-law.
Hey, Violet. Come into my room. You'll see the dress I put on the bed. Wash it for me. I need to wear it tomorrow to go out with my friend. Remember to wash it with your hands. It's in a limited edition by a famous designer and very expensive. So if it has any damage, I will reckon with you. I'm sorry, Violet, but I can't wash it for you today. I have to go out today. Can you wash it by yourself? Just only today. What? Hey, I'm telling you, you've been living in this house for free. You don't have a job, and my brother has to support you. As my sister-in-law, you don't give me any money, but make me do the housework? That can't happen. I don't want that too, Linda. You know, I have often asked your brother to let me go to work, but he always says no. He told me that my most important job right now is to have a baby. Gosh, who can make sure that you're not infertile? How can you have a baby? Your brother and I both have a reproductive health test, and we're very healthy. So maybe it's just a matter of time. I don't care. Do you know that my brother's ex, who probably should have been my sister-in-law, sends my money monthly? Just because she saw my comment on Facebook that I like to dress. But because of your appearance, I don't have such a wonderful sister-in-law. You're just an old woman, ugly and rustic. How can you be worthy of my brother? Linda, I know that you don't like me. But anyway, I have become your sister-in-law. We have become one family. So you should be very careful with your words. Now, I have work to do, so I will text you later. Do you dare talk to me in that tone? Hey, come back here. Why are you in such a hurry? I got it. You must hurry to spend the money you stole from me, right? What money? What are you talking about? I have $500. I put it on the dressing table, but this morning, it disappeared. Because it was time to meet my friends, I had to go, so I didn't have time to ask you. Maybe it dropped under the table or the couch. Just try to search for it carefully. Oh, come on. You definitely know exactly where it is. I have thoroughly searched. There's only one place that I haven't searched yet, and that's your room. Don't slander me like that. I'm not slandering you. It's just you and me in the house. My brother is going on a business trip, and my mom is traveling with her friends. How could my money be lost all of a sudden? You don't have a job. You're just a parasite. So you took my money to spend, right? You don't have proof, so don't blame me. You even pretended innocent and didn't know where the money was? Don't you remember when I found my lipstick in your bag? You really know how to choose things to steal. That was my most expensive lipstick. If you didn't steal, it suddenly had legs to run in itself. You stole it. Just admit it. Linda, I didn't know why your lipstick was in my bag either. I can be sure that I didn't steal anything from you. So, answer my question? Why would a person like you, who has no friends, job, or social relationship, go out without staying home to do housework? I don't think my going out has anything to do with this. If you didn't have a good reason, I can only understand that you went out to spend the money you stole from me. If you haven't done anything wrong, why hide it? Or are you having an affair behind my brother's back, so you're afraid I'll find out? No, don't think like that. I would never betray him. Stop saying meaningless words. You're making me lose my temper. Actually, I'm going to take a pregnancy test. Pregnancy test? What? That's right. My period hasn't appeared for a month now. These days I see myself as a little changed. The smell of food made me very nauseous. So today I want to go check.
Because nothing is certain yet, I don't want to tell everyone.
No way! How can it happen?
I'm afraid that if I told Ben, he would rejoice in vain like last time. I intend to get an ultrasound scan first, and then I will tell everybody.
Are you serious? If you're pregnant, how can I...
Huh? Do you need anything? Oh, it's my turn to see the doctor. Talk to you later.
No! Where are you right now? Send me the location.
For what?
I have to come to make sure you aren't colluding with the doctor to fake the ultrasound.
Then, fine. I will send you the clinic's location.
Hey, don't think that if you are pregnant, you can avoid doing the housework. And do not rush to talk about this baby to my mom and brother.
Huh? Why? Didn't the results show I'm having a baby for 1 month? Everything is certain. Why not let everyone know?
You're so silly. Do you know my brother is attending an important conference, and if he performs well, he can be promoted or not?
Yes, of course. I know it.
So, if you announce him right now, he would lose concentration when working. He maybe misses his chance. Do you want it to happen?
No. You're right. But what about Mother?
Ugh. My mother has never been to a foreign country. This is the first time she's free to go out. You want to tell her so she'll return home and take care of you? You are so selfish. You don't know what you should and shouldn't do at all.
No, I got it. I will wait until they get home. Linda, where's my prescription medicine? I need to check if that's enough sorts of medicines or not.
Hey, you don't believe me? I personally received the prescription from the doctor and went to buy medicine for you. Do you think I'm cruel enough to hurt the baby?
No, that's not what I mean. It's just that I find it very strange that there is only one medicine here. Don't pregnant women often have to take a lot of tonics and vitamins to take care of the baby?
Don't worry. This is a special drug. As long as you take it regularly within 3 days, you never feel tired or mourning again.
Oh, really? It sounds very effective. Can you give me the name of the medicine? I want to buy some more just in case the medicine runs out.
No, there is no need. This medicine only takes 3 days to be effective. The next time you go to the antenatal clinic, you have to call me to come with you. I want to make sure everything goes exactly as planned.
Plan? Which plan are you talking about?
Oh, nothing. I mean, I want to make sure the baby's healthy.
Oh, thank you, Linda.
Don't misunderstand me. I still don't like you. I just do that for my brother.
Yeah, I know.
So now take the pill and go to wash my dress.
Hi, Linda. Are you free today? Can you come with me for about 1 hour?
What? Why do I have to spend time with you? I'm shopping with Ben's ex, the one who was supposed to be my sister-in-law.
So I don't have to spend time with you. Linda, I understand you have a very good relationship with her. But maybe I shouldn't re-emphasize that she used to be Ben's ex. I feel uncomfortable and disrespected when you keep bringing it up.
Huh? Why do I have to care about your feelings? You can't even do anything good in this house. Look at her. She is really beautiful and rich, loves my brother very much, and pampers me. You can never be in one line with her. Are you sure you can keep the baby in your belly?
Hey, Linda! How dare you talk like that about my baby? How can you curse my baby like that? That's your biological nephew or niece.
Huh? Who can make sure about that? I will certainly never accept you and the baby. I will do everything to make Ben's ex become my sister-in-law.
Your morals have totally gone off the rails. No matter what I say to you, it's useless. Just look at how you're speaking to me right now. Linda, I intended to speak softly to you. But now I realize that's not possible. You hate me so much that you even want to kill my baby?
What? Who kills your baby? I know nothing about it. Maybe you were pregnant and didn't sit still, but you ran around so you fell and miscarried somewhere, not because of the medicine I gave you to take. You miscarried and blamed me? Ugh, so nonsense.
Linda, I haven't accused you yet. Why do you deny it? Why do you mention that pill? Why do you think I miscarried?
Because I know for sure that you'll blame me.
No, Linda. At first, I thought it was because you took someone else's medicine by mistake. But now I get it. You did it on purpose.
What? How can you know?
I just finished my checkup at the antenatal clinic.
Huh? How dare you go to a checkup alone? I told you to wait for me to come with you. But obviously, you don't have an appointment today, right? I remembered that the doctor told you to check again in 2 weeks.
That's right. But these days, I feel very uneasy inside. Although I no longer have morning sickness, my stomach is very painful. Because it was my first pregnancy, I was afraid that something bad would happen to the baby. So I went to the hospital to check and bring the pack of pills you bought. I texted asking if you were free, but you obviously said you didn't.
That was because you didn't say it directly. So, what the doctor told you?
I think you must be the one who knows better than ever. The doctor said that the medicine you gave me was not what the doctor prescribed. That was the medication abortion. He said the drug is extremely dangerous and has been banned because it not only causes miscarriage, but can also lead to infertility if taken in sufficient doses. Didn't you remind me every day to take my medicine on time? I thought that you had changed. You cared about the child, so you did that. It turns out it was all just my imagination.
What? Infertility? No way. It can't be true.
Why are you so surprised? It was you who gave me this prescription. You must be the one who understands its effects better than anyone.
No, that wasn't me. Oh no, what have I done?
Huh? If not you, then who?
It was Ben's ex-girlfriend. When I told her you were pregnant, she gave me that medicine and told me to make sure you took the pills. She said it was just a drug that would make you miscarry. If you miscarry, she has a chance to become my sister-in-law and will give me a lot of money. I didn't know it could cause infertility. Although I hate you, I am not cruel enough to destroy your life like that.
That is ridiculous. Do you just feel guilty for possibly making me infertile and not feeling sorry for the baby? You are a stone-cold killer. How dare you? I will certainly not let you off.
No, that's not what I mean. I simply thought that if you miscarried this time, my brother would divorce you. Then you will get a new husband and will be pregnant soon. I didn't know the consequences could be this serious.
Until now, you still blame others without admitting your mistake? No matter how much you hate me, the child is still innocent. Even if others order you, you are old enough to realize this is wrong. So why do you still do it?
No, I'm so sorry. Oh my god. It's all my fault. It's all because I trusted that cruel woman too much to kill my own nephew. I really regret it. Please forgive me, Violet. I swear, from now on, I won't cause trouble for you anymore. I will treat you well.
Linda, don't panic. The baby is still here. I'm not miscarriage. It's not really happening for me so far.
What? Are you serious? You didn't just say that to reassure me, right?
No, Linda, I don't need to do that.
But how? Didn't you say that just taking the full dose would definitely cause miscarriage and infertility?
Yes, but only if the dose is enough. Luckily, I haven't taken any pills yet.
What? But I obviously saw you take one pill yesterday.
On the first day after texting you, I was too tired to fall asleep. Just like that, I forgot to take my medicine when I woke up at night. I did take it yesterday, but for some reason I threw up that pill. So it hasn't penetrated me yet. I guess the little angel in my stomach is trying to protect me. And today, I felt my stomach had some problems. So I didn't take the pill, but brought it to the clinic for examination and discovered this shocking secret.
Thank goodness. So it means both the baby and you are still healthy, right?
Yes, luckily we are.
Thank you. Thank you so much for not taking the pills. If something happens, I will regret it for the rest of my life.
Linda, it doesn't mean that I will forgive you.
I understand that. But the baby didn't harm at all, so maybe... Can you please don't tell my mom and brother? They will kill me if they know what I have done to you.
No, Linda. This is too serious. I can't just ignore it like that. But maybe I can help you to reduce the guilt.
What? What can I do for you?
You're staying with Ben's ex-girlfriend, right?
Yes. But I've been standing in the restroom since you texted me, so she knows nothing about this conversation.
Great. So, Linda, I need you to make her tell you everything about her plan to harm my baby and me. Ask her where she got the medicine. And record all your conversations with her and send it to me. I will use it as proof and sue her for murder and use of the prohibited drug.
Wait, if you sue her, won't I be implicated as well?
Don't worry. I will say that you told me the truth before, so I was fine. They won't arrest you. I will need you to become my witness.
Yes. Yes, I will do everything you need. Oh, she's calling me. I promise I will make that witch tell everything.
Then, Linda sent me audio recordings of Ben's ex-girlfriend's horrible plan. Turns out, Ben once broke up with her because she was pregnant with another man's child. But after being abandoned by that man, she returned to find Ben, but he refused to go back to her because he was dating me then. That selfish woman says that if she was not happy, she would destroy Ben's family. Linda was so shocked about this. She kept apologizing to me, showing remorse. Thanks to the evidence Linda sent me and the fact that she testified in court, Ben's ex-girlfriend was sentenced to 15 years in prison. Linda also completely changed her attitude toward me. She has become a lot more obedient and respectful of me. I will have a baby in a month, and my whole family is eagerly waiting for him.